multiplying a binomial and a trinomial. So as you saw in the last section with multiplying a binomial by a binomial, we had to do double distribution, so we had to distribute everything in the first set of parentheses to everything in the second set of parentheses. We're going to do the same thing here with binomial and a trinomial. So if we look at example 1, we got to take this 6x and multiply it by everything in the second set of parentheses. Okay, so we're going to distribute the 6x to everything in the second set. Let's just start with that. 6x times 2x squared, what's that going to give me? That should give me negative 12x to the, or that should give me 12x to the third. 6x times x gives me positive 6x squared, and 6x times 7 is 42x. Now we have to do the same thing with the negative 8. I need to distribute the negative 8 to everything in the second set of parentheses. So negative 8 times 2x squared is negative 16x squared. Negative 8 times x is negative 8x. And negative 8 times 7 is negative 56. And now that we've distributed every possible thing, let's combine our like terms. So we have 12x to the third. Do you see any other x to the thirds? No, so that's just going to say 12x to the third. How about 6x squared? Do you see any other x squareds? We have the minus 16x squared, so 6 minus 16 gives me negative 10x squared. And then 42x, do you see any others that are just x? The minus 8x, so 42 minus 8 gives me positive 34x. And then finally, the last thing we didn't use was that minus 56, so that just kind of comes down. And that's as simplified as we can get. That's your final answer. Okay, so that's multiplying a binomial by a trinomial. Same process, you're just going to have to multiply a lot more than you did in the previous section. So let's do example 2. So we have 3 terms in the first polynomial and 2 in the second one. So we're going to have to distribute 3 times. We're going to start with the 4x squared. I'm going to distribute the 4x squared to everything in the second set of parentheses. So 4x squared times 2x. That's going to give me 8x to the third, because 4 times 2 is 8, and then add the exponents. Then 4x squared times negative 3 is going to give me negative 12x squared. So I'm done with the 4x squared. Now I got to do the x. Okay. X times 2x is 2x squared, because it's 1 times 2. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. So I've done the 4x squared, I've done the x, now I got to do the 6. And that's a negative 6, because it's a minus 6. So negative 6 times 2x is negative 6. Oh, that should be negative 12. Okay, so that's negative 12x. And then negative 6 times negative 3 gives me plus 18. Okay. And now let's combine our like terms. So 8x squared, or 8x to the third. Do you see any other x to the thirds? No, so that's just 8x to the third. Negative 12x squared. Do you see any other x squareds? The 2. So negative 12 plus 2 is going to give me negative 10x squared. How about the 3, negative 3x? What can we combine that with? The negative 12, so that's going to give me, and actually, let me fix my mistake. That's actually going to give me negative 15. So from my mistake before, I had negative 3 minus 9, so I got negative, or negative 3 minus 6, so I got negative 9. But now I fixed my mistake. And then finally, the plus 18 just kind of comes on down. And then that's as simplified as we can get. So go ahead and do the your turns, 1, 2, and 3, and then we can go over these next class.